So where do we find real happiness? What's the key to true happiness that is available to everyone? The answer is positive attitude. If you have a positive attitude to life, if you have a positive perspective, if you see the world through healthy, positive eyes, then it doesn't matter so much what's happening around you. You'll deal with it. You'll be like, okay, it's fine. We'll get through that. We'll deal with it. If you're a optimist, what does an optimist say? An optimist says, you know what, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to work out fine. It's going to be great. And then when it doesn't work out so great, the optimist says, okay, but it could have been worse and it will be better next time. The pessimist, by the way, says, it's going to be terrible. We're going to fail. We're going to lose. It's going to be awful. And then when it's not awful, they say, yeah, but it could have been better. And it's going to be bad next time. Who is the realist, by the way? Pessimist or optimist? Well, on one level, neither is going to be good or bad. But who's going to be okay with whatever happens? The person who's got the positive attitude. I'll deal with it. We'll work it out. Why? Because I'm not relying on the external world to go a certain way in order for me to feel okay. I have an internal perspective on life, which is very positive. And if I have positivity, then I'll deal with difficult things. Once again, I'm not saying we're repressing emotions. Positive attitude doesn't mean toxic positivity. Yeah, that's great. Everything's okay. That person died. It's fine. I'm not saying that. We spoke about it last time. I feel my pain. I cry when I need to feel my pain, and that's okay. But I don't be a victim to my pain. In fact, let's define positive attitude. What does it mean to have a positive attitude? I said in 8 words. Positive attitude in 8 words is this. Focus on the good. Grow from the bad. Focus on the good. I'm always looking for what's good. What's good in myself? We just had a whole class about self-respect and self-esteem. What's good about myself? I'm trying hard. I'm doing better. Most people are focusing on what's bad about themselves. That's not going to create happiness. What's good about myself? Focus on the good in yourself, in other people, in the situation. By the way, that's why we said it all really depends on how you feel about yourself. Because it's hard to focus on the good in other people and in the situation if you're not feeling good about yourself. So I focus on what's good. I'm going to look for the good. But I'm not going to ignore or repress the bad and say it's not bad. It is bad. And I'm going to cry. I'm going to feel my pain. But I'm not going to be a victim to the difficult pain and challenges in my life. I'm going to use them to grow. Focus on the good. Grow from the bad. I see the pain and the difficulty and the challenge in my life as an opportunity to become a greater person. Once again, that's not easy. And I'm not saying just snap out of it. It takes a lot of work and mindfulness and healing. I tell you, that's okay. But your attitude has to be one of focusing on the good, growing from the bad. Your attitude has to be one of positivity. I can do this. I believe in myself. We can create good things. As soon as you're saying, I can't do this, what's wrong with me, it's too difficult, you're just bringing difficulty into your life. You're creating the difficulty in your life. So really, sadness and happiness is at some point, by the way, I'm not, once again, belittling people's troubles, but at some point, you create it through how you are thinking. We have a choice. We can choose to be happy, or we can choose to be sad. We can choose to be upset, or we can choose to be okay. So we can actually start choosing. You can choose to be happy. Once again, if you're suffering from depression and trauma, I'm not belittling that. It takes extra work. But the first thing we have to understand is it's our responsibility to do the work we need in order to fix these things. However much difficulty it's going to take to do that, we have to do that. We have to invest in these things. So I said to my daughter, if you want to be sad, you can have these thoughts. And if you want to be happy, have these thoughts. And my daughter looked at me and she said, okay, let's choose to be happy, Abba. And I said, that's such a good choice. So we chose to focus on the good things. We focused on the good, and therefore we were happy. Making that choice is very difficult. It's difficult. I'm not saying it's easy, but once we understand, it's actually up to me. It's up to me. I'm not a victim. I can change. I can make the right choices. I'm going to train myself to make the right choices. Then it's completely in our hands. Completely in our hands. Positive attitude. Focus on the good. Grow from the bad.